This is video number 40 for bass players. And in this video, we are going to be playing number 52 and 53 out of your Central Elements book. But before we do that, we have to learn something called bow lifts, all right? Before we begin, I want to do echoing. We do this all the time because, well, practice is needed. And we got to do it over and over again. Now, if you have not got to where you can play 47 through 51, I don't think you're ready for this video yet, all right? So practice those a bit more. You're probably still hitting two strings a little bit. You might still have kind of an airy sound, hopefully not, but that's okay. But if you're not able to switch strings quickly, if you're really never playing on just one string, you're not quite ready for this video. So practice those just a bit more before you attempt this video. So first, let's do a little bit echoing with our good friend the metronome here, just on open Ds and open As, and that's it. Okay. Okay, check your bow hold. Outside fingers, outside lines, inside fingers, inside lines. Bend your thumb. Okay. D string, 7 pounds of weight. Play 4 Ds. Press it hard. Make sure that you're way down here at the frog. Okay, echo me. And go. D, 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 D. Try it again. 4 Ds. Go. D, 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 D. Now do A's. Go. A, 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 A. Now stop. Check your bow hold, see what's happened. A very common problem for bass players is for this to happen, for your hand to collapse down. Make sure that your pinky is flat against the frog and only that first joint touches. Remember, outside fingers, outside lines. None of this part of your pinky should be touching, okay? Okay, do 4 A's again. 10 pounds of weight for the A string. Go. A, 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 A. Now we're going to do some switching. Okay, 2 Ds, 2 A's. And go. D, D, A, A. Reverse. Now A, and D. Go. A, D, D. Check yourself. Make sure you're playing right at the end of the fingerboard there. Make sure you're not way down here or way up here. You want to be right at the end there, okay? Now do 3 Ds and 1 A. Remember, this is trickier because you're going to be switching at the tip of the bow, or towards the tip of the bow. We don't really use the whole bow, not yet. 3 Ds, 1 A. 7 pounds of weight. Go. D, 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 A. Now 3 A's, 1 D. Go. A, D. All right? Now, practicing that echoing is wonderful. You need to do that a lot. So I would recommend you redo the beginning of this video every day until you are good at bowing, okay? All right. Now, I want you to look at your book on page number 17, just below number 51. There's a little shaded box there, and it says bow lift. And it has a comma, you can call it an apostrophe, whatever. Now that bow lift sign appears throughout this book, that little comma apostrophe thing. It will appear in some of your beginner music, but as you get more advanced, that bow lift sign does not always appear. And you'll just learn when to do bow lifts, okay? Bow lifts exist when we have just done a down bow and we need to do a down bow again. So if we've done a down bow, and the next note needs to be down bow, well, look where I am. I can't do a down bow. There's no room left, right? So what I do is I just keep my bow going in the same direction, but pick it up off the string. Keep it going in the same direction and make a circle, and then come back. Okay? So watch again, and I'll have you try it. Press in halfway, or 7 pounds of weight. Keep going, and then come back. You're making a circle. Some people call them bow circles. Some people call them retakes. I like to say bow lifts. So I want you to try that. Try it just several times. On your own is fine. When you come down, make sure you're placing it down gently. You don't want to be smacking down, okay? Place it down gently back on the D string. Okay? Now some people do bow lifts like, oh, I gotta make a circle in the air, and they do this. Watch. No, that's totally not necessary. Like I said, just keep going, have your arm go in the same direction, and you're just drawing a circle. That's all you're doing. You're drawing a circle in the air with your hand. That's it, okay? So I want you to practice that with me now. We're gonna do D, lift, D, lift. Let's do it with the metronome. Open D, red, C, and go. D, lift, rest, and again, go. D, lift, rest, rest. Again. Lift, rest, rest. Lift, rest, rest. Okay? Now, look at number 52 in your book. Now, 52, look at the last note of 52. It has a down bow marking, right? Now look at then there's a repeat sign. There's 3 counts of rest, and there's a repeat sign. And then look at the first note of 52. It is a down bow also. So right there shows you why we need to know how to do bow lifts, okay? So you might be thinking, why can't we just go up bow the next time around? That's something coming a little bit later. Down bow tends to be a stronger beat, and we want beat 1 to be the strongest. I'll leave it at that for now, okay? So you're gonna do, at the end of the line, you're gonna go down bow, rest, lift, repeat, and on top of that, your eyeball's gotta go back to the beginning. So it's not easy. It's not easy. You probably have to practice this one a little bit. I mean, a little bit more than maybe some other ones. Okay, let's try it though. 52.
A strand of DNA.
Good bow hold. On the D string. Red, C, and go. D, 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 D. Now 4 A's. Watch that music. 2 D's. 2 A's. 2 D's. Lift. Circle, repeat, and A's. D, now A. Rest, lift, stop. Okay, now, do you need to do the bow lift a second time? Not really, because the song's over. However, should you right now? Yeah, why? So it gives you an extra little practice of doing a bow lift, okay? So when you're playing 52, go ahead and do it both times, all right? Now go on to, in fact, let's play 52 again, because that's the only one right here that actually has a bow lift, is 52. 53 doesn't have a bow lift. Let's try 52 again.
A strand of
okay?
DNA.
1, 2, 52, press and go. 7 pounds of weight. Now add more weight. Your A string, lots of weight, a little less weight, a little bit less. Lift and repeat. Set it down. 7 pounds of weight, 10 pounds of weight, more weight. And go ahead and practice that bow lift again. Check out your bow hold. What does it look like? We're going to go on to 53. Now, on 53, I'm just going to warn you, the background music, it's a little busy, okay? So it's kind of hard to play with, but don't worry, I'm going to be playing with you. Let's try 53 now. Well, come on. My phone really hates me today. There we go, 53.
Essential Elements Quiz.
Okay,
Olympic Challenge.
7 pounds weight, 2, red, C, and go. D. Now A. Now A again. Now go to D. Back to A. Back to D. Now very possibly you went back to the A string on the last note. Don't do that. Let's try it again. 53. And D's. Now A's. Check your bow hold. How did it do? Hopefully pretty
54.
well. Okay?
Bowing G.
All right. So before your next video, you need to be practicing 47 through 53 a whole lot, because I believe in the next video we're going to be putting fingers down and bowing, and that's going to add a whole another level of difficulty to it. Okay? So be ready for that. Practice reading your notes. We're almost doing everything now. Almost. We're putting things together a little bit at a time. Now we got to put fingers down and bow, and then we'll have to read music, put fingers down and bow, and then eventually we'll be adding different rhythms, and that really will be doing everything. So we're kind of starting to get out of that. We're still beginners, but we're starting to kind of get out of that beginning stage and become a little bit more advanced players. Practice, practice, practice your open D and open A without music and with music, and you'll be ready for the next video.